Hello guys and welcome to Watzgamin. I'm doing a video series where I will list down some really interesting and fun games that are set to release in 2023 on PC and consoles that you might want to add to your wishlist. And this is the first video of the series. I will cover many games of multiple genres like action, adventure, RPG, survival, strategy, simulation, open world, and many more. So make sure you stay tuned to these videos if you wish to know about them. I recommend that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification icon so every time a new video comes up, you will be notified. So without wasting much time, let's begin. Starting with number 1 on the list, we got Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy is an open-world action RPG set in the Wizarding World universe, based on the Harry Potter novels and film series including Fantastic Beasts. It is developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Bros. Games. It is scheduled to be released for Windows, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S on February 10th, for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on April 4th, and finally for Nintendo Switch on July 25th, 2023. In this game, you embark on a journey through familiar and new locations, such as Forbidden Forest, Diagon Alley, Hogsmeade, etc., and discover magical beasts. The player character will learn to cast various magical spells, brew potions, and master combat abilities. As players progress, they will be able to develop their own special combat style. You will experience Hogwarts in the 1800s. Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. Players can acquire combat items either through trading or crafting, which may be used to harm enemies or apply buffs to the player. Players will be able to tame, care for, and ride different magical beasts including hippogriffs and thestrals. Dragons, trolls, acromantulas, griffons, moonclaves, whoopers, neasels, and nifflers are other interactable magical creatures. Some creatures can be used in combat, such as use of the mandrakes to stun enemies. Players will also be able to establish friendships with NPCs. As these relationships grow, schoolmates will become companions who can accompany players on their journey, expand their abilities, and offer unique dialogue options as players learn about their stories. Next on number 2 we got The Day Before. The Day Before is an open-world MMO survival set in a deadly post-pandemic America overrun by flesh-hungry infected and survivors killing each other for food, weapons, and cars. It is developed by Fantastic and published by Mytona, and will be released on Windows, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S on March 1st, 2023. In this game, you will search abandoned vehicles, houses, and skyscrapers as you scavenge for resources, and while doing so, you will come across the infected and other players who you have to deal with in your quest to survive and prosper. You will explore beautiful yet dangerous places with stunningly detailed vehicles in this massive open world setting. You will also be able to sell your loot and safely communicate with other players in the so-called survivor colony and take part in the restoration of the former society. Moving on to number 3, we got Starfield. Starfield is an upcoming action role-playing game developed and published by Bethesda. The game is set in a space-themed world and will be the first new intellectual property developed by Bethesda in over 25 years. It is scheduled to be released in the first half of 2023 for Microsoft Windows and Xbox Series X and S. Starfield is set in an area that extends outward from the solar system for approximately 50 light years called the Settled Systems. Around the year 2310, the two largest factions in the game, the United Colonies and Free Star Collective, engaged in a conflict called the Colony War. The game takes place 20 years after the war, with the major factions enjoying an uneasy peace. The player assumes the role of a customizable character who is a member of Constellation, an organization of space explorers. Starfield can be played in either first-person or third-person perspective. Next on number 4 we got Hollow Knight Silksong. Hollow Knight Silk Song is an upcoming Metroidvania game developed and published by Team Cherry for Windows, Mac, Linux, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. It was originally announced on February 2019 as a sequel to the 2017 game Hollow Knight and is aimed to be released sometime before or during June 2023. The gameplay is largely similar to that of its predecessor Hollow Knight, with an increased emphasis on speed, combat, and platforming. The player controls Hornet, an insectoid creature who wields a needle to combat enemies and had previously appeared as a boss in the first game. During her adventure, Hornet encounters many hostile creatures. The game is planned to feature over 165 different enemies. Hornet will also encounter many friendly NPCs during her journey. Silksong will feature a quest system in which characters will ask Hornet to fulfill certain requests. The quest system is broken up into at least 4 sections: Hunt, Gather, Wayfarer, and Grand Hunt. Hornet will also be able to craft weapons, tools, and traps from gathered materials, which are new features to Silksong. On number 5 we got Party Animals. Party Animals is a multiplayer physics-based brawler/party game developed by Recreate Games and published by Source Technology. The game is scheduled to be released for Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. The release date is not yet announced but expected to come out in early 2023. Party Animals is a physics-based competitive brawler game where players play as various animals including puppies, kittens, ducks, bunnies, sharks, dinosaurs, and even unicorns. Animals can punch, toss, jump, kick, and headbutt each other in a very funny and cute way. They're also able to pick up an assortment of weapons. Upon taking a certain number of damage, players are knocked out temporarily. In most cases, they recover and return to the fight unless they're tossed off the map or into various hazards. The game will feature 2 game modes: Last Stand, which is a free-for-all skirmish, and Snatch Squad, which is an objective-based capture-the-flag style game mode. In Last Stand, the player battles up to 7 other animals with the objective of being the last animal standing. In Snatch Squad, players are divided into 2 teams of up to 4 players each and fight over gummies in the center of the arena that can be dropped into their team's pit for points. The game is expected to release with at least 4 maps and 11 playable characters. So that's it for this video. There are many more parts to come, so stay tuned. And if you found this helpful and interesting, please do like, share, subscribe. I will be back soon with more content.